Indian economic updates. In a significant move towards self-reliance, India's Defence Acquisition Council, chaired by Rajnath Singh, granted acceptance of necessity for 10 capital acquisition proposals totaling approximately 1.5 lakh rupees crore under the Buy Indian indigenously designed, developed and manufactured category. These indigenously designed, developed and manufactured systems aim to modernize capabilities across the Army, Navy and Air Force. Among the key approvals is the procurement of 12 mine countermeasure vessels for the Indian Navy at an estimated cost of 44,000 crore rupees. These vessels, designed to detect and neutralize underwater mines, address the long-standing gap left by the decommissioning of older minesweepers. The Mine Countermeasure Vessels Project Seed Revival follows earlier plans stalled for years. Their construction will be undertaken by Indian shipyards in collaboration with foreign technology partners, with the tendering process expected to commence soon and first deliveries projected 2028-30 onwards. In parallel, the Defence Research and Development Organisation developed quick reaction surface-to-air missile systems, with an operational range of approximately 30 kilometers, have been cleared for induction into 3 Army regiments and potentially 3 Air Force squadrons. This 36,000 crore rupees project aims to bolster India's layered air defence capabilities, particularly against aerial threats and drones. Additionally, the procurement of 3 intelligence, surveillance, target acquisition and reconnaissance (ISTAR) aircraft equipped with synthetic aperture radar and optical sensors has been approved at a cost of around 10,000 crore rupees, significantly enhancing battlefield awareness and precision targeting. The Navy will also receive further capability enhancements, including super rapid gun mounts, moored sea mines, and submersible autonomous vessels to strengthen coastal security and safeguard maritime trade routes. Moreover, the tri-services will benefit from the acquisition of armored recovery vehicles, advanced electronic warfare systems, and the implementation of a common inventory management system to streamline logistics and sustainment processes. These approvals underscore the government's continued focus on modernizing the armed forces and advancing indigenous defense manufacturing under the Make in India initiative. Notably, this marks the Defence Acquisition Council's first major meeting since Operation Sindoor, highlighting the urgency in strengthening capabilities to meet emerging security challenges. Across the board, the emphasis remains on domestic production, technological partnerships, and enhancing maritime resilience and joint force integration. India is set to invest 85,000 crore rupees, approximately $10 billion, to procure 112 domestically built crude oil tankers by 2040, aiming to enhance energy security and reduce reliance on foreign vessels. The initiative, led by the Petroleum and Shipping Ministries, mandates that only ships constructed within India, even with foreign collaboration, will be considered for purchase. The first phase involves acquiring 79 ships, including 30 medium-range carriers, with an initial order for 10 tankers expected soon. Currently, Indian-built tankers constitute about 5% of the nation's fleet. The government aims to increase this to 7% by 2030 and ambitiously to 69% by 2047, aligning with India's goal of becoming a developed nation by its centenary of independence. To support this transformation, a 25,000 crore rupees Maritime Development Fund has been announced to strengthen the shipping sector and incentivize domestic shipbuilding. Despite global shifts toward renewable energy, India plans to expand its crude oil refining capacity from the current 250 million tons to 450 million tons annually by 2030, driven by growing domestic and export demand for petroleum products. This expansion underscores India's commitment to securing its energy needs while bolstering its maritime infrastructure. The strategic investment in domestically built tankers and refinery capacity not only aims to ensure uninterrupted energy trade flows but also positions India as a significant player in the global maritime economy. By fostering local shipbuilding and expanding refining capabilities, India is taking pivotal steps toward energy self-reliance and economic development. India has proudly introduced the Vande Bharat sleeper train, developed by the Integral Coach Factory in Chennai and overseen by Indian Railways. Following successful trials, the 16-coach train is set to operate on the Mumbai-Ahmedabad route, offering a fast, comfortable overnight travel option. Designed for long-distance journeys, it features one first-class coach, 4 twin-berth, and 11 triple-berth coaches, accommodating up to 1,128 passengers. Capable of reaching speeds of 160 km per hour, the train also includes the covered safety system to prevent collisions. Integral Coach Factory aims to produce 9 such trains by year-end, while manufacturers like TMHRVNL and Titagarh Wagons Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited are also ramping up production to meet increasing demand. The prototype, previously showcased in Bengaluru, received positive feedback for its comfort and innovation. This rollout aligns with Indian Railways modernization goals, improving long-haul connectivity across major cities. With its blend of speed, safety, and practicality, the Vande Bharat sleeper train marks a significant leap forward in India's journey toward efficient, affordable, and sustainable rail travel for its growing population. India is ramping up infrastructure in Ladakh to counter China's border development, focusing on the third phase of the India-China Border Roads project. The initiative aims to enhance troop mobility along the line of actual control by constructing 37 new roads, with 5 in Ladakh and 70% in Arunachal Pradesh. Earlier phases identified 73 strategic roads and approved 104 more in 2020-21. China's rapid infrastructure expansion, including highways, railways, and border villages, has driven India's urgency. Recent projects like the Shinku La and Sela tunnels improve all-weather connectivity. Experts emphasize the need for railway expansion in Ladakh and Arunachal for economic and military advantages. Since 2019, China has built over 600 border villages, increasing tensions. Defense analysts warn of potential confrontations, particularly in eastern Ladakh. India's infrastructure push aims to strengthen logistics, enhance military readiness, and counter China's growing presence along the line of actual control.